Shalom Israel. Before I start, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahat, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who rule and teach all, to the Akims and the Iwas and byways and those pushing this word in truth, sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. I want to touch on the Motb a bit, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I was watching a clip that the elder at Mysteries of the Kingdom, the trilogy, put up, and check out the elders channel, watch and subscribe. Some very edifying lessons on there and some very edifying information, and this is one of them. He's got a set of episodes called the Charagma episode. This one is 138, so I just want to play a little bit of this clip here that he played, showing you about the Motb, which we teach is the RFID microchip. And for these things to be put in place, there needs to be a foundation laid. Anything that we do which is to succeed needs a foundation. You can't, it's like building a house. Where is that? Let me read this. This one. Yeah. It says, what is the purpose of a foundation in building a building? So the purpose of a foundation in building a building is to provide a firm base. Yeah, that's the point. I want a firm base and distribute the weight of the building evenly across the ground. The stability. Foundations provide stability to the structure from the ground. So to just try and implement the RFID chip upon everyone, it wouldn't just work like that without a foundation being laid so that it can function and do what is required of it sufficiently and effectively, and do it, make sure it's stable in doing so. And this is what we're seeing happening around us now. This elder here, I love this elder's channel. Watch and subscribe. This is GMS Fear the Most High 7. Gar, the elder, has done numerous videos. This one here goes back 4 months. I think there's another one he's done 3 months ago called More Infrastructure, and I think he's done one not too long ago as well. But go on his channel and check out the videos, man. He's got new, going back years, showing you the infrastructures that's been laid for this thing to be rolled out. Now, this video here that is done is 4 months ago. Motb needs an infrastructure. I want you to go and watch this video here. One of the infrastructures that he reads about in here is ubiquitous computing, but there's other stuff that he brings out. So I want you to go and watch the video itself. Very edifying and some good information on the stuff that's been rolled out. The earlier things which was rolled out for the infrastructure would be things like the Internet of Things. Now, quick rundown on that. It says, what is IoT? The Internet of Things describes the network of physical objects, things that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. So the purpose of that is to help exchange information. It says the internet connection via the internet of computing devices embedded in everyday objects, enabling them to send and receive data. And one of the reasons we see like these G's getting higher, you had 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, and I think I did hear about them trying to do a 6G, is to make sure that things are more efficient and can be done more in real time. Because ultimately what the elites are looking is to put everyone in a form of slavery where, they control what you're able to do. The RFID chip, that will give you access to the various foundational things which they are putting in place. It could be, access to your bank account. We see a lot of central digital banking currency coming in place. You got digital IDs which they're looking to set up. All of these, you'll be able to, like the chip itself, it will be programmable. Before I got there, yeah, it will be programmable. So it says, yes, some microchips are programmable. It says these microchips, UID, these microchips have 16 characters on board memory that can be programmed with data such as a study number, genotype, or date of birth. They can be programmed before implantation or after implantation. So we know places like Sweden has been big on it for a number of years, and it shows the type of things that can be done with an implant. It says this microchip, the implantable programmable transponder, this microchip is a common size for use in laboratory animals and has a unique 8-digit RFID code. Got Minimax programmable microchip. This microchip is a 1.2 millimeter in diameter and 8.3 millimeter in length, and can be programmed with up to 16 alphanumeric characters. It can be programmed before implantation or after implantation. It says once programmed, a microchip can be used as part of a larger electronic system. For example, veterinarians can scan an animal's microchip to verify it's working properly. Some pets can also be programmed to open. Some pet doors, can also be programmed to open for specific animals with microchips, showing you the capabilities that this chip will be able to have and the things it can do, connecting to your medical records, your banks. That goes back to the Internet of Things, allowing you to connect, which is why they're doing things like supercomputers, and they were looking at quantum computing. So it says, so this is another one of the foundations that they're laying. Internet of Bodies, which is the step up from the Internet of Things. It says, what is the Internet of Bodies and how is it changing our world? It says, have you heard the term the Internet of Bodies, IOB? That may conjure up a few thoughts that have nothing to do with the true nature of the term, but it is about using the human body as the latest data platform. At first, this concept seems quite creepy, but when you realize the possibilities it creates, it becomes quite exciting. Here, we explore what the Internet of Bodies is, some examples in use today, and a few of the challenges it presents. And with a lot of these things, they are pushed as something which is, can help you, benefit you. You got things like pacemakers; those are Internet of Bodies. You got the dude like what's his name? That ex dude now, Tesla dude. His name slipped me. Dealing with the brain implants, where you'll be able to, if you had say you'd lost the use of a limb, like a spinal injury, you couldn't walk, these implants would help you be able to get back your movement in various areas of your bodies that you'd lost that movement. It sounds good, but then these things, everything is put in place for a reason. It's like over here we have what's known as the congestion charge, a certain area in London where when you drive into that area, you're charged a money to drive into that area. Now, when it was first introduced, they're saying, oh, it's to cut down pollution and so forth, and it's only £2.50 a day. The first increase that they did 5 years later, it went up 100%. It went up from £2.50 to £5. Now it's something like £15 and change, or £17 and change. Yeah, so as much as they'll push it as something that's good, there's always an underlying agenda. Hold on, let me bring this out. This is Psalms 64. Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. Yes, so that's what these things are. They're snares. You know, on the face of it, they'll promote it as something which is good, but there's an underhand purpose behind them. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. It says they accomplish a diligent search, because many people is going to fall, is going to succumb to this Motb ultimately. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So come back to the Internet of Bodies. It says, what is the Internet of Bodies? When the Internet of Things connects with your body, the result is the Internet of Bodies. The Internet of Bodies is an extension of the Internet of Things and basically connects the human body to a network through devices that are ingested, implanted, or connected to the body in some way. Once connected, data can be exchanged, and the body and device can be remotely monitored and controlled. There are there are 3 generations of Internet of Bodies that include body external. These are wearable devices such as Apple Watches or Fitbits that can monitor our health. It says body internal. These includes pacemakers, cochlear implants, and digital pills that go inside our bodies to monitor or control various aspects of our health. It says body embedded. The 3rd generation of the Internet of Bodies is an embedded technology where technology and the human body are melded together and have a real-time connection to a remote machine. So going back to what's that dude's name, man? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But you know what I'm talking about. Sugar. It's bugging me now. Name of ex-owner. Elon Musk, that's the dude. Yeah, his name was bugging me. Yeah, so this is what he's trying to do. Body embedded where machine and man comes together as one. So like I say, in Sweden, they've been on this for a long time, but the infrastructure is not fully there for it to go worldwide. And it's like I said, it's a form of control, a form of slavery. And what's a good thing to bring this into play ultimately once the foundation is laid is war. Because during war, what do we normally have? We normally have why is my mind going blank on me now? Ration cards. Bloody hell. Ration cards. Yeah, which allows you to buy certain things. During the Holocaust, ration cards were used to distribute food and other necessities to Jewish-speaking German occupied territories and ghettos. I think they had them in both world wars as well, 1 and 2. Yeah. Now with everything in place, and if there was a war and things needed rationing, what would be the best way to ensure that everyone's getting their, not getting more than they're required, would be through rationing. And the best way to monitor that would be through an RFID chip, which is programmable. Yeah. It's programmable. So you can program it where you can only buy X amount of whatever. You can only go and buy it from certain areas, And some of the things that they're doing is setting up the 15-minute cities where they try to contain you within a certain field. And a lot of these things is to get your mind used to having these things around, so that when it is implemented, it doesn't seem strange and it's not a shock to the system. You know, it's like you can't get on the buses over here with cash anymore, but these things was gradually implemented. You had the Oyster card. You could still use cash. Now they've phased out cash. Oyster card. So with the Oyster card, you know, especially if you've registered the Oyster card, they can see where you've been to a certain extent, what buses you was on, you know, what trains you used, where you tapped in, where you tapped out. 15-minute cities. It says a 15-minute city is an urban. As the name suggests, a 15-minute city is an urban planning model where everything a resident needs in their daily life can be accessed within a 15-minute walk or bike ride. Yeah, and I think, where is it? France says, why is a 15-minute city taken off in Paris but become a toxic, but has become a controversial idea in the UK? So this thing seems to be taken off over there in France, but over here we're a bit more skeptical at present. But the point is that these things are all part of a larger plan and a foundation being laid. Now, a while back, a couple of years back, they had this, which was planned. It says Saudi Arabia plans 100-mile-long mirrored skyscraper mega city. Now, this is going to be scaled back because of certain setbacks. But I want to play a clip on this to show you what they have in place. This is like an advanced version to the 15-minute cities.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life. The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods.
Now, if it's as long as it says, and you can access everything you want within a 5-minute walk, that's like an advanced version to a 15-minute city.
And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end-to-end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort. Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on earth seen before. The line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
The best thing since sliced bread. Yeah, right. So that was the initial plan, but due to certain setbacks, it says the line, 105-mile long, 170-kilometer linear city in Saudi Arabia, has been scaled back to a 1.5-mile-and-a-half segment by 2030. Original plans, the line was originally planned to be a 0-carbon city with glass-walled buildings, high-speed rail line, and a population of 9 mil. The project was part of Saudi Arabia's NEOM infrastructure project, which is estimated to cost up to 1.5 trillion. Current plans, the line will now be a 1.5 mile segment with a population of around 300,000. The completion of the full 170 kilometer, which will be the initial one, project has been pushed back to 2045. And there's various reasons for setback. Other setbacks is the line has faced other setbacks, including a 2026 launch that was tabled. The Saudi government's claim that the area is undeveloped also disputed, as the area is home to the Waitat tribe, who have protested being evicted for the project. But for all of these things to come into play, there has to be a foundation. Now, it says the quantum computing. What does a quantum computer do? Which one is it? Says quantum computers are able to solve certain types of problems faster than classical computers by taking advantage of quantum mechanical effects such as superposition and quantum interface. There was a film, I can't remember the name of the film, where they had a similar computer like this where it started to take over, started to look at man as inferior and tried to get rid of men. It says researchers and government officials were concerned that the quantum computer might have connected with an extraterrestrial intelligence or even entered an unknown realm of computation. Where's that other info? Yeah, it says the field of quantum computing contains a range of disciplines, including quantum hardware and quantum algorithms. While still in development, quantum technology would soon be able to solve complex problems that supercomputers can't solve or can't solve fast enough. Yeah, so that everything can be done in real time faster. Now, these clips, like I said, go back to this elders there. Going back to this lesson, make sure you watch this lesson, because he does go through some more up-to-date infrastructure that they're laying down. So please check out this lesson here. Motb needs an infrastructure. Now the clip I want to play from this elders channel that he played recently. Just want to put this up. This is the disclaimer. Yeah, so edificational purposes, so on and so forth. Now I'm going to drop this into the bit that I want.
Look at the actual device itself. So got a little notch here, tear it open, and they wouldn't be touching it in this way, they would be dropping it onto the field, but this is just an unboxing. So there's a couple important things about this injector assembly. The safety, of course, they'll want to remove that before they attempt to do any kind of installation, but also this needle hub. So this is a lure lock needle hub, which means that if you twist it counterclockwise, it will detach from the body. So you want to twist it clockwise until it's solid to know that it's firmly attached to the injection body. And then when you're ready, or when the professional's ready, you'll remove the safety cap, and the safety, of course, should already be off. And then they will inject the needle, pierce the skin, go under the skin up until, close to the hub, and then retract the needle, and that leaves a void, and then eject the fish, and that ejection will go right into that void left by the needle.
In 15 years, Amal Grafstra hasn't lost an ATM card or access pass, because with a secure implant in his body, contactless passwords and secure information are literally on hand anytime. With a Wave, it does the same job as a traditional plastic card.
So how would you convince me to do that?
I think the idea is that
We're going to be developing a lot of compelling applications from payment, so tap and pay, contactless, to securing everything from email to identity, getting rid of passwords, being able to log into things with just a scan or a tap, no more remembering this password or that one. And the fact that it's actually cryptographically secure. So somebody can't just read your chip and then go pretend to be you. It's actually a full cryptographic challenge support.
But you need an infrastructure to support this. What kind of development needs to be done in an ecosystem before this becomes really...
You hear that? You need an infrastructure to support these things. And this is what they're doing now, you know, with the various things. That's why I said watch that Elders lesson, GMS for the Most High 7. He's got a good number of videos showing you the infrastructures that's been laid in place for this.
really useful?
We have a backend that we've developed that works with this, so that supports very standardized protocols. So OpenID Connect, OAuth 2, OTP, one-time code generators. We're getting into U2F and other types of very standard web protocols. And that chip is actually inside of this injector. This is our EOGAS.
And these are things why they need. These are reasons why they need things like these super and quantum computers to help these, you know, processes happen faster and more efficient in real time.
Sterilized injector system. We present this in a full kit that includes all the materials like gauze, standard drape, things like that. You can see we have the lot number here, the processing mark indicator, so indicating that it's a sterile package. This comes inside of a full kit. This kit is fully packaged with the injector and everything you need for the professional to perform the installation. But we have a professional partner network, so a network of medical doctors and also body piercers. You can bring the kit to a professional. They will perform it, the installation within 30 seconds, it's done. One of the things that we are very happy about is that this procedure is actually safer than an ear piercing.
So am I a suitable candidate to be a cryptobiotic man?
So you can put one here or in between here or here. You can see there's a blood vessel here, so we wouldn't do here, but maybe between here or along the knife edge. So we just lift up the skin like this and place the needle, eject it, and you're done.
Now, guess how many Amal has on hand?
Well, I have one here, 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 here. I have a flat biopolymer
Esau's not rampant, man. He's going all in.
one here and here.
At 2.1 by 14 millimeters, the power for it comes from a near-field communication or NFC reader.
You have a very
So these are why things like the Internet of Things, you know, come into play, help you connect, so on and so forth.
powerful cryptographic token. It literally upgrades your capabilities as a human being, and you don't even think about it.
And what has consumer reaction been like?
I think it's about, I would say close to 25, 30% people are freaked out, but most people are actually quite interested.
So if you're like me, who tend to forget things and leave things at home, or if you tend to lose your wallet or keys often, this might be a good alternative just to put your ID right in your hand.
It said most people are interested, showing you that most people are going to take this thing, man. This is why your foundation, it needs to be in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, that needs to be your foundation and your faith. That's where your faith needs to be based, man, in your foundation. You know, you see many people come into this truth and then go back because their faith wasn't there. The foundation wasn't strong. You know, there was no faith in the foundation to protect them or to guide them or to do what is needed. So I said Sweden. So Sweden, they've been doing this for a while now. Right. You'd be lucky if you find a Swede, you know, in that day. You ain't going to be destroyed, man, because it's quite big over there. This video here is ID, wallets, keys, all in your hand. Sweden moves into the future with microchipping, 5 years, 5 years, 2 years, 6 years. There's one that said 9 years, 3 years. Would you implant a debit card chip in your hand? See? Tech company owes chip party to implant microchips in more than 40 workers, 7 years. I remember watching that as well. Musk Neuralink implants brain chip in first human, going back to the Internet of Bodies. And that third segment that was reading body embedded. Yeah, the third generation of the Internet of Bodies is embedded technology, where technology and the human body are melded together and have a real-time connection to a remote machine. Yeah, that'll be this 11 months. Let's see what's actually being said here.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity.
Come on.
Into Elon Musk's brain science company has implanted a device into a human for the first time. The unidentified person received a brain chip implant Sunday, and Musk says they are, quote, recovering well. U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given Neuralink clearance last year to conduct its first trial to test its implant on humans. The move is a critical milestone in the startup's ambitions to help patients with paralysis and other neurological conditions. Neuralink says the brain chip is designed to allow people.
Yeah. So it's not something which is new overall, but the foundation, chip and skin, this one goes back 9 years. The office that microchips is staff. But the foundation for it to be universal and worldwide is not fully there. What's this one? Yeah, it's not fully there. And this is what's been laid out now. What else is there? Yeah, so this is Matthew. Okay, Matthew chapter 13, verse 16. Says, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Now, some people can't understand that the RFID chip is something physical. You do have brothers that would have you believe that it's you just agreeing with the system, which, when you read Revelation 14, which I'll read in a minute, yes, it is you agree. You do have to agree. Let me put it that way. You do have to agree with the system to accept it in the first place, but it's something you're going to be accepting, something physical. It says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Because when they're prophesying of these things, these things weren't in their time or anything near their time. So seeing futuristic stuff is going to seem like strange and out of this world. So for us to see these things playing out now, it says, blessed are your eyes, man, for they see. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image. So this is where some camps say the beast is you agreeing with the beast and his ideologies, his ways, his philosophies. But it says, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So you agreeing will lead to you receiving that mark, which is what? RFID chip. Yeah, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Now, you receiving that mark, yeah, everything that they're putting in place will be to accomplish what? Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great. So we see that rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we see that Sweden is quite big on this mark at the moment, but the infrastructure and is not fully there for it to be implemented upon everyone. And then on top of it, you then need to bring in some kind of, I'll say, catastrophe to get the people onto it. And one of the best catastrophes to happen to push people onto this would be something like war, where you need to ration the things that you have, Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. Yeah, what is it this RFID chip allows you to do? Buy, sell. You know, it will allow you to access medical records, bank. You know, you got the digital ID which they're looking to push out there. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah. Now, just before I close, I wanna bring you back to this elders channel. Remember this video here, JMS Fair the Most High 7 GAR. Motb needs an infrastructure. Check that out 4 months ago. And you go back to his channel. There's one recently, 3 days, Motb infrastructure, carbon credits, carbon footprints. So like, another one we did was about a few months back. It's like, there's another one he done, more infrastructure, I believe it's called. I haven't passed it. So lucky for this. So man, just go. I'm trying to go for it quickly. This is one I was just talking about just a while ago that we were saying you should watch. But there's another one that comes up before it. So I'm trying to go for it quickly, not to just waste any time. You know, I've probably gone past it. I think it's got called More Infrastructure. Sure, that one was 3 months ago. But either way, check out his channel anyway. He has a number of videos going back. Oh, here it is there. More infrastructure. And the other one I just showed you, Motb needs an infrastructure. So yeah, just check out his channel. There's others. Yeah, but for this to come into play, it does need a foundation. And that's what is being laid. And that's what we're seeing roll out in front of us. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And close out and give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rakar, Kadash, Kwame Sha'Allah.